Can you get any more insulting than just giving us a ball?
Federic's Pokemon Fire Red walkthrough, part 32.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Pokemon Fire Red. So we're still here in the Sylph Company building, and we have one last thing to do before we get the hell out of here, and that is liberate the president of the Sylph Company from the clutches of Team Rocket. Now, in order to get to the very top of here and confront the Team Rocket leader, you need to go to floor number 5 and get the card key in order to open a door that was here. Once you've done that, you can head onto this warp panel here and head into this room. And now, when you first come here, you're going to have to fight your rival, who is stood here. And once you do that, you can talk to this chap and get a Lapras, which I did in the previous video, and is actually my new team member. I still don't have a nickname for it, because as of recording this video, the video where I asked for a nickname isn't actually uploaded, because I record these in bulk. But hopefully by next video I will have chosen a nickname. Now, there is actually unfortunately one other Team Rocket member to fight, who I didn't get in the last video. But he'll be warm-up before we actually fight Giovanni again. Now first up, this guy's got a Cubone, and I'm guessing he kidnapped this Cubone from Lavender Town. And I'm a bit sad about that, to be quite frank. I want to beat up this Team Rocket member, but instead I've actually got to fight the Cubone, which is just depressing as all hell. And what's even worse, he's actually got a Marowak, who's Cubone's mother. This is just depressing as all hell. I don't want to do this. But oh well, this is the rules of the world that we live in. Well, that we play in. The Pokemon world. Violence is not okay against people, but feel free to let Pokemon beat the bloody hell out of each other. Anywho's old, let's go for an Ice Beam. Our new move. Let's see how much this does against this Drowsy. Half health, not too shabby. And you go for the Meditate. That's it, you think on that. You think on your troubles and woes, Drowsy, while I shoot ice at your face. That's it, Drowsy will go down with an unnecessary critical hit. And hopefully will Lapras level up? No, he won't. Oh well. And that's actually a bit strange. I thought most Laprases were female. Oh well, if we open this door, we can head on in here and talk to Giovanni. Ah, Frederick, so we meet again. The President and I are discussing a vital business proposition. Keep your nose out of grown-up matters, or experience a world of pain. Yep, Giovanni is back. We last fought him in the Rocket hideout in the floor underneath the Celadon City Game Corner, and he is back for a much stronger team. First up is a Nidorino, the evolved form of Nidoran male. I'm not really too worried about this. I'm going to go for a quick Surf. I'm going to avoid physical attacks at all costs to not get like poison pointed or anything like that. Quick Surf or an Ice Beam should be alright. This Horn attack damage seems to be adding up, so I may have to swap out or something. But I want Lapras to get as much experience as possible. Are you having a giraffe? That was... it's unnecessary. How much is Fury attack going to do? Not too bad. Come on. Are you kidding me? 5 times? Oh dear. I think that might be it for this Lapras. I may have to swap out for his next Pokemon. Well, we do get up to level 34, which is, I suppose, a silver lining. What's his next one? That's a Rhyhorn. Don't know why he's going for this. It's a rock and ground type. I'm pretty certain I'll outspeed it, but if I didn't, I'm pretty certain it'll know a rock move and probably destroy Lapras. But there we go. One Swift Surf will get through his awesome defences and kill him in one hit. He's kind of like a small, chubby version of Onix. Just vastly weak to rock and ground. Next up is a Nidoqueen. There's no way I'm staying in for this. This is pretty much his strongest Pokemon. Don't know why he chose to evolve his Nidorina rather than his Nidorino, but maybe he prefers the defensive front because Nidoqueen is very, very defensive. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be proper strategic about this. I'm going to set up a Reflect just to try and avoid some Nidoqueen's damage. So there's the Body Slam, which I don't like at all. And didn't really do that much. That would have done a lot more. Now I'm going to go for a Calm Mind to try and up my attack and defense, and quite frankly I'm sitting pretty right now. My biggest problem is Nidoqueen maybe hitting me with a Body Slam and getting paralysis, but if that was to happen hindsight, synchronize would make Nidoqueen paralyzed as well. So right now I'm sitting very, very pretty. I'm probably able to kill this Nidoqueen in one hit. There we go, perfect. Nidoqueen can be a bit of a pain if you don't have a super effective attack. If you've got a Great Water type, that always works well as well. Next up is a Kangaskhan. He obviously had this back in the game corner, and same as before, only weak to fighting, but chances are you might not be able to kill it in one hit. Marcel probably will, as long as this cross chop does hit. Ah, there's the fake out. That is a normal type attack that always makes the opponent flinch, and you can only use it on your first turn. So chances are he's probably going to use that. Doesn't matter really, because one cross chop will destroy this mother and child duo. And I'm pretty sure... Oh! Hanging in there with that slither of HP. But only willing to do a tail whip. And another brick break. We'll finish this thing off. That is twice now Kangaskhan's not died in one hit. Marcel, get stronger. You're embarrassing yourself. Well, that is pretty much it now. We have defeated Giovanni. He's lost again and just not happy about it at all. Blast it all, you ruined our plans for Self, but Team Rocket will never fail. Ferric, never forget that all Pokemon exist for Team Rocket. I must go, but I shall return. And he's not lying, but the foreshadowing there. But he is gone for now. Now make sure you definitely 100% talk to the chairman, because he's thanking us so much for saving Self Company, and he will give us a very, very, very nice item, because he's rich. And he gives us the Master Ball. This is the greatest Pokeball in the game, and it will catch any Pokemon without fail. So put it in the back of your bag, and we'll be using that much later in the game. But I'm thinking to myself, to be honest, he could give us a lot more than that. Honestly, this guy is filthy rich. Leader of a massive corporation. Can you get any more insulting than just giving us a ball? Seriously, man, I want like just stacks of gold and like a new computer and mansion. I just saved your entire world, your business. Anywho, let's get the hell out of Self Company, and I will see you in but a moment. Alrighty, with Team Rocket defeated, they are no longer plaguing the streets of Saffron, which is fantastic. But we still have one last thing to do here in Saffron City, which I will talk about after I've healed up my Pokemon. Now, with Team Rocket beaten, and the people of Saffron City liberated from their tyranny, we can finally head here into the Saffron City Pokemon Gym, and it's led by Sabrina, the master of Psychic type Pokemon. Now, my team doesn't really counter Psychic types very well, and considering how much training I just did in the Self Company building, I feel I'm perfectly okay with skipping the gym trainers themselves and just heading straight to Sabrina. So I'm going to show you the quickest way of getting to her. So if you remember this route, diagonal, diagonal, down. And what I mean by that is, if you head in the first warp panel, head in the diagonal direction up to here, then head in another diagonal direction over to here, and then in a downwards direction you'll get to Sabrina very, very easily. Easy as that. Now, I'm going to switch up my team just a smidge, and I'm going to bring out St. Jimmy first, because yeah, this is going to be a bit tricky for me, but let's see how we go. I had a vision of your arrival. I've had psychic power since I was a child. I started with a spoon I carelessly tossed, bent. I dislike battling, but if you wish, I will show you my powers. Okay, so many things. This woman actually has psychic powers. Crazy, I know. She bends spoons. She's even making that Pokeball float. This is mental. And she hates battling. I hate Pokemon battling, so I'm going to become a gym leader. Logic. Anyway, first thing she has is a Kadabra. This is a pure psychic type, and you'll remember it from the one I've used. It knows the moves Psybeam, Reflect, Future Sight, and Calm Mind. It's a bit of an offensive powerhouse, but it does like to set up that Reflect. And I'd highly recommend you avoid that Reflect as much as possible. You do not want Reflect being set up, because the biggest weakness Sabrina's Pokemon have is their lack of physical defense. So I'm going to go straight for a return. Knock this Kadabra down with a strong physical move. Okay? And or a move like Bite. It is weak to Dark type, but we don't actually have a Dark type Pokemon. But if something in your team does a Dark type move, bloody use it. Right, Next is a Mr. Mime, another pure psychic type, because there are no fairies in this generation. Now it knows the moves Barrier, Psybeam, Baton Bass, and Calm Mind. Right, this one's a bit tricky because its defense is a lot higher than Kadabra, so it probably won't die to one return. I really don't want it to set up that Barrier, because that's basically the same as Reflect. And also, it'll like to use Calm Mind, then use Baton Pass, and pass those stat changes on to the next Pokemon. And I don't want that at all, so I'm going to go for a return and see what happens. And let's see how much that does. Wow, okay, that's fine. That is absolutely perfect. Because now she's definitely going to use a potion. Okay? So she's going to waste her turn. So I'm going to go for another return. There goes the potion, which means she will have one less potion to use on her more powerful Pokemon later on in the fight. So let's see how much this does. Maybe I get lucky and it kills it. A critical hit. Nice one, St. Jimmy. You are the man. I knew there was a reason why I got this Pokemon. Next, okay, this one makes no sense at all. This is a Venomoth. So I'm going to go away from St. Jimmy and head over to Hindsight. This isn't even a Psychic type. It's bizarre. It's a Poison and Bug type. He knows moves Psybeam, Gust, Leech Life, and Supersonic. Why is this thing here? It should be on Koga's team. But it is basically weak to Flying, Rock, Psychic, and Flying, which is why I brought out Hindsight. Honestly, I'm just going to go straight for a Psychic. I wouldn't set up Reflect or anything like that because all of Sabrina's Pokemon like to use special attacks, and one Psychic from a powered up Alakazam will knock that thing down. Seriously, why does she have a Venomoth? It's bizarre as sin. But we're not here to ask questions, we're here to beat her to pulp. Alright, this thing. This is an Alakazam. Basically, I've got an Alakazam, so I know just how powerful they can be. This is an offensive powerhouse. It's level 43. It knows the moves Psychic, Recover, Future Sight, and Calm Mind. Physical attacks, I cannot stress this enough. This is your only hope of putting this thing down. If it manages to put up a few Calm Minds, it will just sweep your team with Psychic fully. And if some of our previous Pokemon have set up Reflect or Barrier, you're gonna struggle. And also it likes to use Recover and get its health back. So have fun. Now, again, return. St. Jimmy's best move. Now, there's the Calm Mind. I'm not really happy about that, but it's the only thing. Alright, so let's see how much this return does. Maybe I get lucky with a critical hit again. Nope, but it's in the red zone. I'm calling Portion on this. There we go. I have another chance of a critical hit. You know you want to, St. Jimmy. You know you want to prove your awesomeness and get a second critical hit. Let's see. Nope, straight down to that red zone. Right. If it uses Psychic, I don't think St. Jimmy's going to live. Alright? So I'm going to go for an Aerial Ace. Here's the Psychic. Is St. Jimmy dead? You beast, St. Jimmy! Hanging in there with that sliver of HP. Swift Aerial Ace. Alakazam goes down. What a beautiful bird. What a beautiful, glorious bird. This loss shocks me, but a loss is a loss, I admit. It looked hard enough to win. No, you did not. No, you did not indeed. She gives us the something badge. You didn't even read it. It's the Marsh badge. And yeah, brilliant. I don't care about your excuses. I really don't. She's going to give us TMO 4, which is Calm Mind. Which is basically I've already got because Hindsight already knows it. So that's it. That is that gym leader done. That went a lot better than I thought. To get back, by the way, up, diagonal, diagonal. Just remember the route and you'll be fine. So let's get the hell out of here and on with this brilliant show. Next video, probably heading towards the Seaform Islands and maybe even catching a legendary Pokemon. Fun times. Bye bye!
Thanks for watching and be sure to subscribe.